Matthew Oliver. I'm a physical therapist at the Colorado Institute of Sports Medicine in Colorado. Last week, Coach Aaron and I put together a program that focused on 3 different stretches that you guys could be doing at home that really focused on gaining mobility and flexibility within that lower extremity. This week, we're coming back with something a little bit different. What we want to do after gaining that mobility and flexibility in the lower body is actually providing strength and stability to it. So what we put together this week was 5 different strengthening exercises that really target those key areas that you as punters and kickers really rely on. So I posted on Twitter a couple days ago that the most commonly injured muscle groups within the punting and kicking world are really the hip flexors, the groin, the hamstrings. So what we did this week was we really focused on exercises that targeted those muscles, right? We're trying to prevent future injuries from occurring. So that's where the big focus within these 5 exercises come from. You know, I've really enjoyed this opportunity to put together this program with you guys and collaborate with Coach Aaron to try to get you something that's tangible and something that you guys can really work with to really help improve your game both on and off the field. If this is something you guys have really enjoyed, which I hope you have, I really hope that you guys reach out to us. We love putting this stuff together for you. We want to make you guys better. So if we can help you in any way, please reach out to us, let us know. If you have questions for me as it relates to any injuries or kind of kicking or different exercises or stretches that you can do, Coach Aaron has all my information. Feel free to reach out to him, or you can leave a comment in the comment section here on the YouTube channel, or reach out to us on any one of our social media platforms. I really hope you guys enjoy these 5 exercises, and as I mentioned, if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to us.
The first exercise we're going to do is a marching bridge. You're going to start by lying on your back with your feet flat on the floor. Lift your toes up towards your shins so that just your heels are in contact with the floor. From here, tighten your abdominals to lift your butt up off the floor to create a bridge position. You're going to start by lifting your right knee up towards your chest, making sure that that knee stays bent at a 90-degree angle, and the toes stay up towards your shin of the right leg. It's important here that the left leg doesn't drop despite the fact that the right leg is moving. For added resistance, I've added a TheraBand around my feet, but this isn't necessary if you don't have one at home. We'll do 3 sets of 8 on each side. The second exercise we're going to go over is called a sliding lunge. Here I've used a slider that we have in the clinic, but you can also use a frisbee or a disc or even a plate to slide across a smooth surface such as your carpet. The startup position is the same. You're going to be in an athletic position, knees slightly bent with that slider underneath your right leg. Sliding your right leg back at approximately a 45-degree angle. You're going to slide, keeping that leg as straight as possible until that left leg bends to a 90 degrees. Using those adductors or groin muscles of your right leg, you're going to pull hard in towards that left base leg, making sure that you come all the way to a standing position at the top. It's important here that your left leg doesn't turn out and that the toes remain pointed straight the entire time. The next exercise is called a runner's pose. You start by putting your left foot into the ground and having your right hip bent at a 90-degree angle. I've used a red medicine ball here, but that's not necessary at home. You can use anything as a weighted counterbalance, such as a milk jug, 1 pound, 2 pound weights. Anything that has some form of resistance to it is okay for this movement. With that item tucked into your right hip pocket, what you're going to do is you're going to extend your arms straight out in front of you while you kick your right leg back behind you and drop the left leg into a single leg squat. This is a coordinated movement that requires a lot of different stabilities of that base left leg. So you go as low as you can within that squat on that left leg and then adjust as necessary. So if you're more advanced, you may go lower in that squat. If you're less advanced, you may have to have a straighter left leg, and that's okay. Find what's hard or challenging for you and work your way up. It's important to note here that the left leg doesn't have an increased sharp angle in relation to your foot. So you don't want your knee to ever cave inside your left base leg. You want that left knee to always be pointed in line with your second and third toe. You're going to do about 6 to 8 reps on each side, and we're looking for 4 sets. The next exercise is for hip and core strengthening. What we're going to do is start by lying on your back with your feet flat into the floor and your knees bent at a 90-degree angle. Lifting your left arm straight out in front of you and your right leg straight out in front of you. You're going to lift your left heel slightly up off the floor so that it's just hovering above the surface. From here, you're going to lift that right leg up into the air, keeping it as straight as possible and going as high as possible. Once you get to the top, you're going to slowly lower that right leg down to the floor, lightly tapping that right heel and repeating the exercise. The key points for this exercise is that the low back stays flat into the floor. So you're not wanting to round that low back trying to gain more motion. It's key that the right leg will only allow you to go down as low as possible while keeping that back flat. If you're rounding the back, you're missing the point of the exercise. The final exercise that we're going to go over is a lateral lunge. And while many of you have done a lateral lunge at some point in your life, I think it's important to have both an intermediate and an advanced version that I use for both my patients and my clients. Starting with your feet underneath your hips in an athletic position, you're going to step the left leg out as far as possible, ensuring that the right foot stays planted in firmly into the ground and that the right leg is as straight as possible. Once that left leg's on the ground, you're going to bend that left knee to 90 degrees. And generally, this is where that exercise would be over. However, to have a more advanced version of this exercise, what I want you to do is actually use force and momentum from the left leg and push yourself all the way back to the right side up into a standing position so that your right foot is firmly planted into the ground and that your left hip is at a 90-degree angle. You can repeat this motion or you can reset and complete the entire circuit all over again. But it's important to note that that right leg is actually your stable or stability leg within this motion. This is, again, the advanced version, and you can just stop at the lateral lunge that we initially talked about.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. To continue along with this journey and watch this channel grow, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel.